UFC 260 full card predictions, weigh-in recap, and the betting odds. Should be a fun night of fights. Let's get into the first fight of the night. Abuzaitar takes on Marc-Andre Barrios. Fun matchup here as far as the weights do go. Both men on weight, 185 for both of them. Slightly taller is Marc-Andre Barrios. Abuzaitar's in good shape. He looks at both guys in great shape. I don't think there's any physical mismatch here. I think skill for skill, both these guys, high level, competitive fight. But I do think Barrios' activity is the difference, and I have him winning by stoppage in probably the second round against Abuzaitar. And I'm excited to see this fight, though, because I am excited to see how Azaitar looks after testing positive, taking some time off. He may come out there and starch Barrios, but I am riding Barrios here. Barrios a minus 120 favorite. Azaitar plus 110 dog. I like the minus 120 in this matchup for Barrios. Next fight of the night, Omar Morales. He looks to bounce back after his first loss versus Shane Young. Morales, he's looking good, man. He's in excellent shape. He's coming to this fight ready to go. Shane Young, definitely the smaller of the two, but is a very dangerous striker. You can't sleep on Shane Young. Let's quickly pull up the weights for this matchup. I know both guys made weight at 146 for Morales and 145.5 for Shane Young. Let me quickly get the betting odds too. But I do think Morales is going to be a problem for Shane Young, even though Giga Chikadze gave him all the work he could have, and he lost that fight. He got beat up. Chikadze's a freak of a striker. He's a high-level K1 guy. Shane Young is not that level. I think Morales should probably get it done here. Shane Young, though, he's live. He's a plus 170 dog. To Omar Morales at the minus 190. I think Young is live. He's game. He trains with a good camp. But I do feel Morales maybe a bit too much for him, especially seeing them face off and the size difference here. I'm going to pick Morales in this one, and I do think he possibly could get a stoppage. Shane Young, his game. Morales, hard-hitting. And if you do look, Ludovic Klein, quick knockout. Granted, very different matchup. Klein's a different style than Omar Morales. Still a very good striker, though. I'm going to ride Morales, though. I do think he does win it, man. I think he's just a little bit too big for Shane Young here. A little too powerful. Next fight of the night, Michael Jaychuk and Modestas Bauskas. It's a fun fight in the light heavyweight division. Jaychuk, advantage grappling in my opinion here. Modestas Bauskas is very skilled and well-rounded. I like his kickboxing. He's the taller man of the two. Jaychuk also does have the higher level experience, though. I think that's a serious factor here. Bauskas come out for a quick knockout loss. I am going to ride with Jaychuk in this matchup. The odds for this fight right now, minus 165 Jaychuk. Bauskas at a plus 155. You got to go with the experience. If Bauskas can catch him with something, obviously he can win. But overall, tit for tat, I think Michael Jaychuk is the better fighter between these two. And I do think he wins it. 206 pounds, 205.5. So the slightly heavier, that was Jaychuk at 206. Same weight. Even, just a slight height advantage. I'm riding Jaychuk to win. Oh, Abakubar, Nurmagomedov. The Nurmagomedovs are taking over. These Dagestanis are taking over. Keep an eye out. And Jared Gooden is trying to end it. Jared Gooden's nice. He hits hard. He's tough as nails. He just had Alan Jouban really have a competitive fight with him. It was a fight of the night type of battle. They went at it. He was hurt. He took shots. He landed shots. Good chin. The thing is, we know the Nurmagomedovs are very dangerous on the ground, and I don't believe Jared Gooden will be ready for that level of grappling attack. The Dagestanis are a different beast. As far as the odds right now for this fight, Akbar Nurmagomedov, minus 230. Gooden at a plus 210. Let's quickly get the weights. Okay, because Gooden, I know he missed weight. He originally missed weight, but he made weight on a second attempt. So he was 171. They gave him the 2 hours, or actually gave him an additional 1 hour. Excuse me. He made the weight. I do think you see Nurmagomedov here all day. I think he gets it done. He's obviously a strong favorite, and I have him winning. I think dominant performance on the ground. Probably a unanimous decision, but I could see a TKO as well. I got to ride with the Nurmagomedovs. And even a submission. The grappling difference is going to be substantial. You guys will see it here. Fabio Charant, he's good, man. He's big underdog here, coming in short notice against Alonzo Menfield is a huge step up in competition, but Fabio can fight. And I think He's game. He's definitely game. He's similar size to Alonzo Menfield. I love seeing them next to each other now, so I even have more of a reference. I think Fabio is very legit. He took this fight on short notice, though, so how will the gas tank hold up if he doesn't stop it? 206.5 he comes in at. He misses weight, forfeits a little bit of the purse. He took the fight on short notice. What can you do? I think that this is live action. I think this might be one of the best fights of the night because Menfield's a knockout artist. Fabio Charant is a guy that comes to fight. Both good strikers. I don't see a lot of grappling here unless maybe Menfield got caught and he's looking to grapple Charant. But I think they're going to go at it on the feet. I really lean Menfield. The experience, man, it's something to be said for guys that have fought higher level opponents. Yes, Charant fought Aleska Kamura, but that's a different level than Alonzo Menfield. And he did have a good performance up until getting kneed in the face in that fight. But Alonzo Menfield's a different beast. Menfield right now, if I can find the odds, minus 300 to the plus 270. Don't go bet on Menfield because I could see him getting knocked out. It's definitely possible. He's been knocked out before. But realistically, Menfield, stoppage victory, very possible here. But Fabio Charant is a big dog right now at a plus 270. If you're feeling crazy, you want to go throw some money on an underdog, maybe Fabio's the guy. I'm going to ride Menfield, though. But Fabio's game. He's very skilled. And if this fight was on a full camp, I think that fight extremely competitive. But the short notice, you got to really lean Menfield, especially the experience. Give Charant a few more fights. I do think he's somebody to keep an eye on, though. Kama Worthy's back in action. Always fun to watch. Jamie Malarkey. I got Worthy winning this fight. He could probably win it by knockout, submission. He does a lot of weird stuff in there. Malarkey's decent. A bit of a losing streak right now, I believe. 2 fights in a row. Has fights outside the UFC against Alexander Volkanovski. So does have high-level guys that he's fought against. Was beaten up badly. I think second round stoppage, maybe a knockout for Kama Worthy. Could also see him locking up the neck because he's very good with that. But I think Malarkey's going to be very cautious if it goes to the ground because Worthy gets weird stuff. But you also have to be very cautious on the feet. Worthy, you also see those arms, man. He's got some long arms. He's a lanky guy. Right now, betting odds for this fight. I can find them here. Minus 120 for Worthy. Malarkey a plus 110. I think Kama Worthy smokes him. I do. I think he stops him in 2 rounds. If Malarkey goes out there and beat him up, God bless. But I don't see it. I think Kama Worthy's the better fighter. 155.5 for both men. I am going to ride with Kama Worthy, who's a very slight minus 120 favorite. The next fight of the night, Miranda Maverick. She's back in action. Jillian Robertson. Their size difference, not much at all. I actually expected to see a bit more of a size difference in person as far as the height goes. Look at those arms. Miranda Maverick's got some gains. I mean, she's in great shape. I think this is a very intriguing matchup. I like Robertson a lot here. I do. I think she's very dangerous on the ground, but not the best on the feet. Thing is, Maverick's also dangerous on the ground. This is practically a pick'ems matchup. The odds for this fight, minus 157 favorite is Miranda Maverick. Robertson, not Robertson, plus 147 underdog. I gotta ride with the redheaded devil here. I like Jillian Robertson. I'm riding Jillian. I think she's gonna win a decision in a competitive fight. Higher level experience, good wins. I'm gonna ride her. Miranda Maverick, game as hell. God bless her. And if she does pull it off, be very happy for her because she is a hot prospect. But I do think Robertson can get it done. No issues with the scales for either of them. 126 Maverick, 125.5 for Robertson. Perfect work. Almeida comes in with the signature shades. I don't know, man. This is scary for him. Sean O'Malley looking like a savage. As always, I love the tats. I love the hair. O'Malley, man, he's a fan favorite. Whether you want to say, oh, he's a bust, this and that. He lost, and this. Whatever. A lot of people shit on him after he lost. He's fucking game, man. He's very good on the feet. He's got good grappling. He's a game fighter. And he's about to beat Thomas Almeida up in there. There's levels to the striking. Almeida, stiff Muay Thai style. Sean O'Malley, free-flowing kickboxer, moves very nicely in and out. His straights are deadly. Knockout first round, Sean O'Malley. This is O'Malley's game all day. I'm a big fan of O'Malley, but I also see that he is legitimately skilled, and he's better than Thomas Almeida. And look at that height difference, too. From the outside, he's another beast. He might go out there and make him look bad. He really might. This could be a highlight reel knockout, 100%. Could be like a Wineland-style knockout, maybe better than that. I'm riding Sean O'Malley, highlight reel knockout. He goes viral again. 136 for both men as far as the weights go. The odds for this fight, O'Malley, the huge minus 305 favorite to the plus 275 dog. Let's just talk about a prop bet. Just real quick. If there was a prop bet, I would say under a round and a half at plus 117. I do kind of like. Also, I like OMalley winning by knockout. It's a plus 110. I see OMalley getting it done by stoppage. You guys are interested in placing some prop bets. Risky, yes. But do I think high possibility of success? Definitely with OMalley. And at the minus 305, it's not that appealing to put a bet on unless you're going to be betting thousands of dollars or at least, 500-600. Because to make just 100 back off 300 ain't worth it, in my opinion, at least. Next fight of the night, Vicente Luque, who has looked so much better with his development. He's looking amazing. I think Luque, he's a guy to keep an eye on. Watch Luque. Tyron Woodley, OG, he's still in great shape. But man, you guys can probably feel it. I don't feel like Woodley's there anymore. I feel like he's a ghost between the eyes. I don't know how to explain it. Like, he seems like the soul is sucked out of him as a fighter. He don't have it anymore, man. I believe he's like 38, 39. Vicente Luque, hot prospect, has developed amazing skills as far as the striking goes. Gotten way better than he was on The Ultimate Fighter, and he was good then. He's high level, top contender. He got beat up by Wonderboy. That was a great experience. The striking levels are very different. This is not the Woodley that beat Wonderboy up. This is going to be Vicente Luque putting on a show against Tyron Woodley. His showcase fight. I think a 30-27 sweep across the board. Unanimous decision. Vicente Luque. And if he can stop Woodley, 3-round fight, if he can knock Woodley out, Vicente Luque is a real contender and he's going to get a big fight. If he can beat him, it's a huge win. But if he knocks him out, the first guy to really stop him by a true knockout like that since Nate Marquardt back in the day. It's been a very long time since we saw him get beat up like that. Luque is going to really earn some feathers for that. He's going to probably earn a big step up in the pay and he's going to get some big fights. I think Woodley, though, shot fighter, man. I love him too. I've been watching him since he was like 6-0 in Strikeforce. Crazy stuff way back in the day when he was a young fighter. Plus 210 dog. Luque at a minus 230 favorite. I like the 230 favorite here. I like Luque. I wouldn't do a prop bet because it's very hard to stop Tyron Woodley. He does take a good punch. And he's a guy that will be willing to sit back and just kind of take shots and lose a decision. I'm writing Luque probably a decision win, but if he gets a knockout, hell of a bump for his career. Absolutely. I think the weights, obviously, you're not going to have issues with these two guys. 171 Woodley, 170.5 for Luque. Francis Ngannou looking as good as I've ever seen him. The lower abs are more visible than ever. He is shredded to the bone at 263. This guy's a real killer. Stipe comes in 234. Excellent shape too. Just doesn't have the same size as Ngannou as far as being, a true freak of nature. Ngannou, much bigger arms, thicker back. But this is fighting. This is not bodybuilding. Stipe Miocic is the greatest heavyweight we have ever seen, at least skill-wise. Ngannou probably the freakiest heavyweight of all time as far as his power goes and his knockout explosiveness, all his crazy factors that he has, long reach. I think Ngannou, if he can stop him under a round and a half, that's his game. I think he has 2 rounds to do it, and I think he will be successful. He did MMA up like 4 years in the first fight, and he went 5 rounds with Stipe Miocic. He's now been doing it about 4 more years, so double the training. Miocic's gotten better. But the vast jump of improvement for Ngannou versus Miocic is going to be noticeably different when they get in there. I believe Ngannou defends the takedowns, and if he does get taken down, I think he works towards getting back up to his feet. He's a different fighter. He's in much better shape. He's at a much better camp. This is a different Francis Ngannou than fought before. Francis Ngannou knockout first round. I could see it under 2, though, realistically. But first round, I really could see him putting Stipe out. Ngannou's a different beast. If Miocic, though, he's really smart. He needs to work a little jabs, maybe working to try to get the takedowns, maybe even just hold Ngannou against the clinch and try to figure out what he's going to do, because I can't see Stipe really doing much damage to Ngannou on the feet. Yes, Stipe is an excellent boxer, and I think he can catch Ngannou, but I feel like Ngannou eats a good punch, man. He does. He got cracked before. I don't see a guy 30 pounds less than him knocking him out. Stipe, though, could be the guy. And if he does it, God bless him. I love Stipe Miocic, but I think Francis Ngannou wins this fight by knockout and becomes the new champion. Maybe there's a trilogy after that. Should be an excellent card. Quickly, the odds for that matchup, we'll pull them up. Talking so much about the weights here. Minus 135 right now is Ngannou. Stipe plus 125. I like the slight favorite Ngannou. Wish we could have seen Stipe at the favorite. He is the world champ. He does own a win over Ngannou, but Ngannou's a freak, man. Overall, fun card, UFC 260. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow the social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok too. Thank you all so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.